India says it neutralized Pakistani missile and drone strikes on military stations around the Kashmir region late on Thursday. Pakistan earlier reported to have downed Indian drones targeting air defense radars and systems at a number of locations in Pakistan. Blasts have rung out across the Indian city of Jammu during what the government said was a Pakistani drone and missile attack on military stations around the Kashmir region on the second day of clashes between the nuclear-armed neighbors. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif earlier vowed to avenge the deaths caused by India's missile strikes on Wednesday, raising fears the two countries could be headed toward another all-out conflict. Leaders from both nations face mounting public pressure to show strength and seek revenge, and the heated rhetoric and competing claims could be a response to that pressure. Sirens sounded and red flashes and projectiles erupted in the night sky above Jammu for about 2.5 hours late on Thursday, a Reuters journalist said, in what appeared to be an escalation in the country's worst confrontation in more than 2 decades. 2 days of fighting have killed nearly 4 dozen people. Military stations at Jammu, Pathankot Udhampur were targeted by Pakistani-origin drones and missiles along the international border in JK today, India's Ministry of Defence said on X, citing places in and near the federal territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The threats were swiftly neutralized. No casualties or material losses were reported. Indian TV channels also showed flares and flashes in the sky above Jaisalmer city in Rajasthan state, which shares a border with the southern Pakistani province of Sindh. In a statement, Islamabad denied attacking Pathankot in India's Punjab state, Srinagar in the Kashmir Valley and Jaisalmer and said the accusations were entirely unfounded, politically motivated, and part of a reckless propaganda campaign aimed at maligning Pakistan. Pakistan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the country would respond to any escalation with full resolve and determination to safeguard Pakistan's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Electricity in Jammu was slowly being restored after a blackout during the attack, a journalist said. 8 missiles, fired from Pakistan at the Jammu region towns of Satwari, Samba, Ranbir Singhpura and Ania, were intercepted by air defense units, added an Indian military source who asked not to be named. They were part of a wider attack, the source added. Pakistani Defense Minister Khawaja Mohammad Asif earlier said further retaliation was increasingly certain after both countries accused each other of launching drone attacks. World powers from the US to Russia and China have called for calm in one of the world's most dangerous and populated nuclear flashpoint regions. The US Consulate General in Pakistan's Lahore ordered staff to shelter in place. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio called for de-escalation in separate calls with Indian Foreign Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar and Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif on Thursday, the State Department said. The relationship between India and Pakistan has been fraught with tension since they gained independence from colonial Britain in 1947. The countries have fought 3 wars, 2 of them over Kashmir, and clashed many times. The neighbors, which both claim Kashmir in full and rule over parts of it, separately acquired nuclear weapons in the 1990s. Drones, missiles, air defenses. India said it hit 9 terrorist infrastructure sites in Pakistan on Wednesday in retaliation for what it says was a deadly Islamabad-backed attack in Indian Kashmir on April 22. Pakistan says it was not involved in the terrorist attack, denied that any of the sites hit by India were militant bases and said 31 civilians were killed. It said it shot down 5 Indian aircraft on Wednesday, a report the Indian embassy in Beijing dismissed as misinformation. Pakistan's military said earlier on Thursday it shot down 29 drones from India at multiple locations including the two largest cities of Karachi and Lahore and the garrison city of Rawalpindi, home to the army's headquarters. 2 civilians were killed and another wounded when debris from a downed drone fell in Sindh province. One drone damaged a military site near the city of Lahore and wounded 4 soldiers, and another fell in the garrison city of Rawalpindi, near the capital, according to Mr. Sharif. The armed forces are neutralizing them as we speak, he told state-run Pakistan television. The Indian Defence Ministry said Pakistan attempted to engage a number of military targets in northern and western India from Wednesday night into Thursday morning and they were neutralized by Indian air defence systems. In response, Indian forces targeted air defence radars and systems at a number of locations in Pakistan on Thursday, the ministry said. Both sides have also traded heavy fire across their frontier in disputed Kashmir, and Pakistan claimed it killed scores of Indian soldiers. There was no confirmation from India.